This mindset, widely embraced within self-improvement, is destroying all of your progress. If you ever have tried to cure your porn addiction with nofap, you know it for sure. This devastating mindset is, or rather are, called streaks. But streaks are very good because they measure your progress and you have to know for how long you have been... Shut up. The reason why you're relapsing over and over again is measurement of your progress. But why? Imagine that you're 10 years old and you're waiting for cookies to be baked. Time is moving slower when you're waiting for them because you're looking at them, you're focusing on them, you're looking how they're growing, and when you look at them, they grow pretty slowly, they don't grow at all. Because this is what happens when you're waiting for something that you're obsessed about. The time is just moving slower. The best and accurate example that will be similar to this cookie simulation is your favorite nofap. So let's imagine the situation, but I don't think so you will have to imagine it because you tried it yourself. So you want to quit and you told to yourself, I will quit porn addiction that is wasting my masculine energy. Yeah! You are so obsessed with it that you even set your nofap streak on Discord to stay more accountable. You are so committed that you got to your first milestone. Day 7. But then something unpleasant happens. You got bad grades at school. Your parents shouted at you. You are not in such a determined mood right now. You are not so filled with power and motivation. And you're not like, yeah, I will quit. You are more like depressed and sad. And your cravings are still the same or even worse than a week before. Because this period of time is not enough to cure your porn addiction. If you had been addicted for 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 years and you relapsed. 7 days of your abstinence are gone. All of the nofap benefits are gone. And the moment when you ejaculated, your progress just disappeared like that, vanished. Ejaculating 3 times this night won't change anything, right? You'll start tomorrow, right? There are 2 huge problems with this mindset. First is setting difficulty level way too high. When you're telling someone who have been addicted to porn for 3 or 4 years to just quit like that, without relapsing, it's like telling Skinny Boy to bench 200 kg right away. Of course he won't make it. What the fuck? Skinny Boy is told to be bench 500% of his body mass. Of course he won't make it, bro. And this is very big no for this mindset. Setting difficulty way too high. The second problem with this mindset is believing that when you relapse, all of your progress gets back to the beginning. It is totally, utterly bullshit. Progress doesn't work like that. Imagine a person climbing mountain. When that person stumbles after 1 hour of climbing, it won't fall back right to the ground. It will lose maybe 5 minutes of its progress because of the injury and slight shift back. Not a big deal. Same is with progressing with other things. When you had gone to the gym for 3 months straight, you made some newbie gains, you have those newbie gains, and then you skipped 1 week for some reason. Your progress haven't reset. It's just decreased a little. You'll make up for your losses within few days, and the same thing is with porn addiction fapping. When you had stopped fapping for 1 month and relapsed once, then of course your progress didn't vanish like that, like ejaculated, back to the beginning. It's not like that. It just decreased a little. Just had a little drawback in this progression line, a little bit shifted back, but it haven't vanished like fucking pop. Like that. And your nofap benefits are still there. Your work is not wasted. Those 1 month of abstinence from pornography and fapping and quick dopamine made you a little bit less addicted to it. And then when you fapped once, maybe it feels like it's losing all of your progress because when you ejaculate, you have a big difference in emotions because of the prolactin that is higher in your body right after you ejaculate. But your progress is not gone. You're still slightly less addicted. When you fapped once, maybe you addicted yourself a little bit more, but you are still better than you were a month ago when you fapped once after a 1 month. So it's not resetting all of your progress. The mindset that I prefer so much more than streak, fucking 30-day streak, is how many times you relapsed or didn't do your task in a period of some time that you choose. It can be a week, it can be a month, it can be a year. It's up to you. What differentiates it from streak? Its ability to make progressive overload or progressive deload. Because when you have this stupid streak mindset, you can't really progressive overload. Yes, you can make today 7, whatever, but then you won't have so much motivation and you won't go further than your hard and 7 days. And you will just stop. You'll just give up on it. But with new mindset that I mentioned, you can decide that, for example, let's say that you're deeply addicted to porn and you ejaculate to those fucking thought demons 3 times a day. In a period of month, it will be 90 times. So amount in period of time that will be very good progression for you is 30 times. And please do not abuse it with 80 times in a month, because there is not such a pussy that in this scenario will have problem to cut 50% or more. But 89 times in a month is still progress. Shut up, what the fuck. Don't use it as a cope to feel good when you're making progress very fucking slowly. You have to feel shame when you're even just a little bit addicted to touching your pee-pee to naked girls that don't even know about your existence. So in this scenario, cutting down from 90 times a month to 39 a month, it will be a very good progress. Or let's give another example. Let's say that you want to start going to the gym. Don't rush with 6 or 7 times a week, because your discipline is not on that level yet, and you will then start to missing your workouts, and then you'll just give up, like most of the guys that want to start going to the gym. Good progression from 0 days is 3 or 4 days a week. It is a little bit challenging, but reasonable, and you always want to make things a little bit challenging, because we are not pussies, right? We are not fucking cowards that can't push themselves slightly above their comfortable zone. So yeah, going from 0 days a week to 3 or 4 days a week is very good and reasonable progression. And then when you will go to the gym for 3, 2 or 4 months or even 6 months, you can try to add 2 days, so you can try to go 5 or 6 days a week, and over time you will make a very good progress. And that basically is progressively reducing frequency of bad habits or progressively increasing frequency of good habits. But it is slow and I won't make progress right away. Bro, you little bitch. Ego is very important, don't misunderstand me, but sometimes you just have to shut up. I understand that streaks are very comfortable mindset because they seem more attractive, you make instant decision, and it's happening all very fast and quick dopamine hit and all of this shit. But the fact that it's so easy at the beginning is the biggest problem here. When you say to yourself, yes, I will meditate every day to the rest of my life, and you will start missing your session because of school, because of work, because you just forgot, your motivation lowers significantly, and you say to yourself, meditation is not that important actually. Do you think that monks that are superior meditators have perfect streaks, like no missed session from the day they started? Of course not. They also miss their session when they are forced to by circumstances. But when you meditated 369 times in a period of year, 4 missed sessions won't make difference at all. Like no, literally it won't be any difference when you'll miss those 4 sessions. And that's all it's about. When you want to start meditating, get the fuck out with your ego and set a reasonable goal for a year. Let's say 50 sessions or 100 sessions to make it a little bit more challenging. It will be very good progression. Like from 0 sessions a year to 50 or even 100 sessions a year, it's big progress. And of course, you always want to strive for the perfection, to your perfect streak when you don't miss any. 0 sessions missed in a year. But you just have to remember that this perfect streak that you're striving is not your main goal. Your main goal is what you set it yourself. And when you set such a goal, make a tracker for it so you could check if you actually reached your goal. It can be on paper, it can be on Google Docs, it can be on iPhone notes, just somewhere when you can write. Make numbers from 1 to 100, it will be in this scenario or what you set to yourself. So if you set meditating 70 times in a year, you'll just set from 1 to 70. If you set 30 times in a year, it will be from 1 to 30. You get what I mean. And every time that you do your task, you check in the number. And when you, for example, set it for yourself 100 times in a year, you achieved your goal, but of course you want to still keep going. Just don't give up. I have done 100 times, it was easy. Just keep going. Don't get complacent, bro. And a very good way to look at the progress is to imagine a bar that is decreasing a little bit all the time. Like you can imagine the mana bar from games. It's always, I don't know, in games it's kind of rising, and when you use your skill it's go back. I hope you get what I mean. But every time you do something, the bar is increasing more than it decreased in a period of day. To make it easier to visualize, let's say that the bar goes down by 0.5 points every day. But when you do your task, it goes up by 1 point. So when you do your task, it means that in total it went up by 0.5 points. So for example, if you're consistent in something for a month, it will increase by 15 points. And if you slacked in it for 3 days, you would decrease it just by 1.5 points. So in total it will be 30.5 points. You haven't reset it all to 0. You just lower it a little bit. Okay, so stop this stupid strict mindset if you actually want to make progress. Set your goals for a longer period of time. Make a tracker for it and stay consistent. And give me a kiss.